left us too soon.
Did she choose to leave, or was she taken out?
This video contains spoilers right from the start, so consider this your warning. I'm not holding anything back. I'm just going to say it outright. This was easily the best episode Foundation has ever given us. From start to finish, it was packed with jaw-dropping moments. The opening and closing scenes revealing the Mule's backstory, the seamless transitions between past and present, the introduction of Sunmaster 18, who feels like he's got Brother Day's Season 2 attitude, the fall of the Foundation to the Mule, and on the other side, the incredible amount of love we saw from Toran toward Bayta. This episode wasn't just exciting, it overflowed with raw emotion. It had everything, so let's dive straight in. Within the opening and closing scenes, we got two major takeaways. First, we finally learned why the Mule has such a deep-rooted hatred for the Foundation. Second, we saw why he desperately craves to be loved by those he conquers. When he took Kaylin in episode 2, he said, "You will all come to love me." And when he landed on New Terminus this week, after unleashing death and devastation, he said, "You'll learn to love me just as your warden and mayor have." That single desire, being loved, has shaped his entire life. We saw that his parents planned to kill him to save his younger sibling. That lack of love left a permanent scar. On Rosum, a planet governed by the Foundation, households were only allowed one child. His parents hid the second baby in the wall, but when the baby cried, the secret was exposed, and the parents were given 30 days to get rid of one child. Instead of giving the baby away to willing neighbors, they decided to kill their older son, the Mule. As his father tried to drown him, the Mule fought back, unlocked his psychic abilities, and turned them on both parents, convincing them to drown themselves while insisting they did it because they loved him. This warped connection between love and control explains everything about his behavior. Leaving this reveal until episode 7 was perfect timing. Just last week I said I wanted more Mule screen time, and the show delivered. Those two transitions from past to present were visually stunning. However, right at the end, we're teased with doubt. Selden wonders aloud if the Mule's tragic story could be a lie. Could parts of it have been fabricated to hide his true identity? Perhaps. But even if some details are false, the motives, his hatred of the Foundation and his craving for love, are clearly real. Mayor Indbu was an incredibly weak leader, and his weakness cost him everything. He died in the exact same way the Mule said his own father planned to kill him, head forced underwater. Indbu kneeled the moment the Mule arrived. Whether or not the Mule was controlling his mind, that cowardice was true to his character. The Mule took New Terminus with terrifying ease. He manipulated the fleet into turning on itself, causing friendly fire both in space and on the ground. The visuals were brutal. Families gunned down as they searched for shelter, proving the Mule's reign of terror has no limits. One unforgettable shot was the Mule stepping out of darkness with his glowing eyes cutting through the night, wearing that regal red jacket, almost like a king claiming his throne. He even told Indbu he would be called First Citizen, which book readers will recognize as the title the Mule gives himself as leader of the Union of Worlds, a massive empire that once controlled a tenth of the galaxy. We also saw Pritchard nearly kill the Mule, only to be disarmed. Indbu tried to gift Pritchard to the Mule, which would have allowed the Mule to extract information about Gall Dornick, haunting his dreams all season. Pritchard escaped, but instead of jumping away, he landed on New Terminus to fight back, avoiding leading the Mule to Gall. That likely sets up a confrontation next episode. The most emotional moment, though, was Toran risking everything to save Bayta. Walking through a war zone carrying her showed how much he loves her. On the ship, Randu revealed he thought the Foundation's fall would benefit traders, and tried to sway Toran. But when Mule's forces stormed in, Randu was killed, and Toran escaped. His heartbreak at hearing his father's praise for the first time, right before turning against him, was devastating. Expect Toran to launch a rescue mission for Bayta. Brother Dusk now has just 3 days left before his programmed expiration. We saw signs of cognitive decline, hallucinations like the camel in the palace, and trouble hearing others. This mental instability could make him reckless. He's likely preparing for war against the Mule, armed with the planet-destroying Novacula. With no Demerzel, no Brother Day, and no Brother Dawn to restrain him, he may use it, triggering catastrophic consequences. He's the only one who knows about the weapon, and I believe he's the reason a black hole appeared in Gall's vision. If Demerzel doesn't return in time, Dusk might go nuclear. This was probably the weakest part of the episode for me, not because it was bad, but because every other storyline was just more compelling. Brother Day's hallucinogenic journey with song and ocean glass explored his deep insecurities, feeling inadequate, unloved by Demerzel, and shackled to a throne he never wanted. The spores forced honesty, revealing that Demerzel would choose freedom over loyalty if given the chance. Day understood her because he feels trapped too. Not truly real, just manufactured and replaceable. We also saw a rare emotional side of Demerzel, mourning her lost life before Cleon enslaved her and admitting she'd create more robots like herself if freed. This adds depth to her loneliness. At the end of Day's trip, Sunmaster 18 appeared, clearly a threat. Day may now be a prisoner, stuck in another cage while trying to expose Demerzel to people who might worship her. I truly believe this is the best episode Foundation has ever produced. Two minor issues. I wish it skipped the title sequence and jumped straight into the action, and the acting during the Mule's origin felt a bit stiff. Other than that, it was nearly perfect. The Mule finally felt like a true villain. The fall of New Terminus was heartbreaking and cinematic. That chilling scene with Indbu's head in a bowl will stick with me. And what's most impressive? We've barely seen Gaul or Selden this season, yet the story feels richer than ever thanks to incredible new characters and razor-sharp writing. Season 3 isn't rushing. It's maturing beautifully, pulling us along for a deep emotional journey. And with 3 episodes still to go, I can't wait to see where this all leads. So there you have it. Foundation, Season 3, Episode 7 fully explained. What did you think of this week's episode? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're following my full breakdowns, check out the playlist linked below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.